The green sea turtle is an aquatic reptile that lives in the oceans all around the world. They prefer to be in shallower, warmer water, warmer than 10 degrees Celsius, and near tropical and subtropical coastlines. These areas are shallow enough to be warmed by the sun, and marine plants, protists, and algae can all thrive. One such vegetable is seagrass, which is the primary item in the diet of adult green sea turtles. Only adult green sea turtles are largely or entirely herbivorous. Young sea turtles, like hatchlings and juveniles, are carnivores that consume a varied, protein-rich diet of jellyfish, mollusks, crustaceans, and fish eggs. As they mature, they begin to eat more sessile things, like sponges and algae, before finally becoming herbivorous in adulthood. Although they live virtually entirely in the water, they still breathe air, and they have to come up to the surface to breathe. They empty their lungs and refill them with air with a single, rapid burst. They have extremely efficient circulatory systems, which allow them to stay underwater for a really long time. If they're escaping a predator, the body's oxygen demands are high, and they can be submerged for only a couple minutes. But while grazing or doing just routine activity, they can stay submerged for up to about 5 minutes at a time. To sleep, the turtles will lodge themselves under rocks or coral or something and hold their breath, staying still and sleeping for multiple hours at a time. Green sea turtles have even been observed returning to the same sleeping spot for multiple nights in succession. As an adult, the green sea turtle will swim tremendous distances. They migrate between their nesting sites on the beaches of India and Southeast Asia, the Pacific Islands and Central America, and their feeding sites. Their feeding sites can be almost anywhere in the world, anywhere that the turtles can live and find food, but the nesting site is typically the same beach where the turtle was born. Males return to the waters of their beach of origin every year, hoping to find a female to mate with. Females return to their home beach less frequently, about once every 2 to 4 years. This instinctual, migrational return to the home beach means that turtles will generally be at the highest concentration at these home beaches, and this offers pretty good chances to find a mate for any turtle that's willing to expend the energy and take the risk to swim the sometimes thousands of miles. After mating, the female crawls out of the water and up the beach, above the high tide line of the water, where the eggs won't get washed away. She'll dig a nest up to 2 feet deep with her flippers, and then deposit up to 200 eggs at once, and then cover them up with sand. She'll perform this whole process 3 to 5 times in a single nesting season. Once they've developed enough, the offspring will emerge from the sand at night, and they'll instinctively crawl to the water and slip into the ocean. They spend 3 to 5 years in the open ocean before settling down in shallower waters near the coast or near a coral reef, and they take another 20 to maybe even 50 years before they reach sexual maturity. It's really important that the female lays a large number of eggs, because less than 1% of them will ultimately reach sexual maturity and have offspring of their own. It's during this early period in the green sea turtle's life where they're particularly vulnerable. Jackals and foxes are known to dig up and eat the eggs. As a tiny newborn turtle crawling defenselessly across a beach, they are easy prey for crabs, for shorebirds, and for various carnivorous mammals. As an adult, the green sea turtles have relatively few predators. Larger sharks, like tiger sharks, are really the only creatures in the sea that are capable of killing them. The other major predator of the green sea turtle, and far more dangerous than sharks, are the humans that hunt them with spears and catch them in fishing nets. Although the adults have relatively few predators, they're vulnerable to numerous parasites, like leeches and barnacles, among several other types of parasites. The most problematic disease for the green sea turtle is called fibropapilloma. It's transmitted through leeches, and it causes lethal tumors to grow throughout the body, including on the kidneys, on the lungs, and on the turtle's outer scales. The green sea turtles are somewhat common across the world, but they're coming under increasing threat from pollution, the indiscriminate casting of fishing nets, and habitat destruction. In many areas, they've become vulnerable or even endangered, and there's growing movement to protect and preserve them. In the Hawaiian Islands, the green sea turtles are a symbol of good luck and long life, so hopefully they'll survive the coming centuries of climate change, and they'll stay with us on this planet for the foreseeable future.